I'm making this video because I heard something today that kind of steamed my broccoli. It really kind of made me mad because when you are in the paranormal field, when you're a paranormal investigator, your client is the most important thing to you because it keeps you going in this field. So disrespecting a client in any way, shape, or form, it is not a good thing. Um, there was apparently a team who had a guy who was wanting to get into a particular area of a building that I'm very familiar with. And this area is actually sealed off, properly sealed off. And this guy wanted to go back there, but of course, they were told, uh, don't do that, because the institution would have opened it up anyway. Um, in fact, I think they're going to be working on that sometime soon to see what's back there. Anyway, he apparently is a city employee. At least that's what he said, and he said that he has the right to open up this area because he is a city employee. Let me just get down to the nitty-gritty right here. People, you do not have the right to be everywhere just because you're there investigating for a night. What makes you so entitled to be anywhere that they tell you not to go? It boggles my mind that people would disrespect their clients so badly. Um, and I mean, really, it really messes up your integrity as not just as an investigator, but it really magnifies the way people see your team because people talk. One of the main one of the main communication for people to hear about you is by word of mouth. And if you are getting people telling other people that you were disrespectful and that you were confrontational over something that actually, you have no real right to do, they're giving you permission to be there. Um, and just because if you pay a fee to do an overnight investigation, it is not so you can go everywhere and do whatever the heck you want. You are paying that fee so that the person who has to stay overnight with you can be paid. You are paying it to pay a donation to the institution, especially if it is a voluntary investigation and not a residential, where you are called in. And for gosh sakes, there could be something dangerous in there, and that could be the reason that they're cordoning it off. Just respect the boundary. And now here's a note to the clients. All those of you who have investigations you want done, and if there are places that you don't want your team to go, you need to tell them. Most respectable teams will respect your wishes. They will involve you in everything and ask permission for things. However, as a client, you have the right to be respected in every way, shape, and form while the team is in your home, business, or what have you. If the team is not respecting the boundaries you set, or if it's just a particular team member, you have the right to put your foot down. You have the right to talk to the team lead. You have the right to make a stink if you feel like you have to make a stink, and you have the right to kick them out. Let that sink in for a minute. You have the right to tell them to leave. You also have a right, and this is whether you're a residential or you're a business or a museum or whatever else, you have a right to, I guess you could say, blacklist them and ban them from coming back. Now, that may not be good for their reputation, but you do not have to do anything that you are uncomfortable with as a client. Especially if you are a curator, or if you are a business owner, or if you are an employee of a business who are, giving you permission to do this, you have the absolute right to tell your higher ups what happened. Because if they get wind of this, they will probably have more power to tell the investigators that are not respecting your wishes that they need to leave. If they give you trouble, well, that's when you need to alert other paranormal teams as well, and maybe even the police. And I hate to say this, there are so many great teams out there. There are so many teams who have respect and principle and integrity, and they build it up and they work at it because they know that the client is the number one priority. You clients, you are the reason that we are even here. You are the reason that we have the chance to explore our passion and to get really into the investigation, and you're the reason we can train new investigators. You're the reason we get business at all, and even if that business is nonprofit. You are the reason that we as a team have the integrity and the reputation that we have, because you are the people that we are building a relationship with. And the point of investigation is not to say that you have the right as an investigator to go anywhere you want in the building, because they don't. You set the boundaries, and if they do not respect the boundaries, clients, you have every right to let them know how displeased you are. You have every right to kick them out. And you have the power. You are the one who can just put your foot down and say enough. And back to the investigators. I know there are more respectful and people who have great integrity in this field, and I salute you guys for the respect that you show to the clients that you have. I am speaking to a select few who don't seem to understand what this field is all about, and that your client should not be disrespected for the sole reason that your client is the reason that you even have a reputation in your area as a paranormal investigator and as a paranormal team. And always remember that just because you are one member, it means you're reflecting on the team. You represent your team. So showing respect in every way you can, that's the best way to show that your team is a respectful, well-rounded team. And in closing, I want to say that, that this whole disrespect thing, it's technically also bullying. Don't bully your clients. Don't tell them that they have to let you do this, because they do not have to let you do anything. They invite you in, and so you need to be the one to respect whatever they ask you to do or not to do. And also, don't bring drama into it. Don't bring finger pointing into it. Do not bring confrontation into it. And also, even in the other thing, that the thought that I had is, if you are a city employee or whatever, city official, city employee, you probably know, or at least I hope you know, that just because you are a city employee does not mean that you have authority off the clock. Save your highbrow for when you are on the job. Don't use or try to use that leverage against someone who is asking for your help. Just think about how that reflects on you.